Good morning, students. I am Dr. Chavi Saxena of Computer Science and Engineering Department of Arya College of Engineering and IT Jaipur. Today in this video we are going to learn basics of the C language. C language was developed by Dennis M. Ritchie in 1972 at AT&T Bell Laboratories, USA. So you can see that in 1972 it was developed. It is how old it is. It is also known as mother language of all programming language. Here some of the features of the C language. There are basic characteristics of C language: portable, fast and efficient, middle level, powerful, simple, small, modular, and case sensitive. The basic C program has the following form: preprocessor, functions, variables, statements, and commands. Preprocessors commands are the hash include directives that adds the functions before the compilation process. The functions are included in the header files. See, these files are the built-in files of C language. Header files contain various function definitions and are imported into your C program with the help of a preprocessor. Import means the files and the functions that are included in the header file are included in our program. All header files has a .h extension. Here is a syntax for the header file: hash include with the header file name. The most common header file is stdio.h in our C program. These are the basic header files and the functions included in that. Students, we use most of them: printf, scanf. In the stdio.h header file, clear screen, getch in the conio.h header file is for the string header file. We use strl length to calculate the length of the string, str copy to copy a string from one file to another. This is our simple program that prints hello world. Here you can say at the top we include the header file stdio.h. Then we write the main function. The main function is the important function in our C program because the compiler always starts the execution from the main function. Then curly bracket start and we write printf hello world. Printf is a function that is included in stdio.h as we see in our previous header files, and then it prints the printf statement prints the hello world statement. Then curly brackets close. Keywords are the words in C language that are already defined. These words have a predefined definitions what the word does. So in future we can't use these keywords as our variables. There are 33 keywords in C language. Now the variables. Variables is the name given to memory location where we store a value. Here in this example, a variable stores a value 100 and its address is 1566. Declaration and initialization of a variable. Once we declare a variable, the compiler proceed for the further compilation without needing complete detail about the variable, and the value is initialized in this way: int a equals to 10. Here the variable name is a and its value is 10. Look at the char variable c. Char c equals to a. The character value is always initialized with a single quotes. Here you can easily understand about variables with the help of a diagram. Int is the data type of a variable. The variable name is age and its value is 20. Because the data type is integer, because we use a 20 value that is of integer type. The data types. 4 basic data types are there: int, float, double and char. Here the classifications of data types. The data types are defined in 3 basic ways: primitive, derived and user defined. The primitive we have seen: char, int, float, double, void. Derived are the data types that are derived from the primitive data types like array, pointers and functions. And the user defined data types are the data types that we declared by the user, or we declared it as a programmer, but they also use the primitive data type. Now the int data type. Integer is used to define integer numbers. Here the count variable is declared with data type int and its value is 5. Same way, we declare a float data type is used to define a decimal value. Here miles is a variable name of type float, float miles, and the value assigned is 5.6. Miles is equal to 5.6. Double data type. It has a large range of floating point numbers up to 8 bytes. Here atoms variable name is declared as double and its value is 25 lakh. Char data type defines the characters. Here letter is declared as a char type and its value is x. Here you can see that x is a character. We use the quotes to initialize the value of a variable letter. Now the modifiers. Modifiers define the amount of storage allocated to the variable. They give us a range smaller than or greater than the basic या primitive data types. Here you can say that short int has a less range to integer type, whereas a long int has a range greater than integer data type. Same way, float has a lower range as to double data type, and long double has the higher range than the double data type. Here in this table you can see the keywords, bytes required, range and the format of each variable type. See, for the character the keyword you use is a char, byte required is 1, range is -128 to 127 and the format specifier is %C. The format specifier is used to display or scan the variable. Now the constants. Constant is a variable whose value does not change. Look at the syntax. Char constant int a is equal to 10. Here int a is a variable type, but it is a constant and its value is 10. Comments. These are the statements that are written in our C program, but the compiler does not read it. It is not compulsory to have commands in our program, but it helps the programmer and the other persons to see what the particular function or a variable does. For that purpose, we use commands. There are two ways of commenting. First is single line comment, like this. You use two slashes, and for the multi-line comment you use this symbol slash asterisk and asterisk slash. For the portion you have used in the program is not read by the compiler. Then the operators. An operator is a symbol that operates on a value or a variable. For example, plus is an operator to perform addition. Operators are divided into three categories: unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operator. Unary operators that needs one operand to execute, like plus plus, minus minus, plus plus I, minus minus I. Whereas the binary operator needs two operands, like plus, minus, multiply, divide, greater than, equals to. The binary operators are of arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, and bitwise operator, assignment operator. Ternary operator requires three operands to execute, and its symbol is question mark with colon. Now the arithmetic operators: plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulus. Modulus give us the result, that is the remainder, and the division give us the quotient. Relational operator gives the result in the form of false and true, or a value is 0 if it is false and 1 if it is true. The symbols are greater than, less than, greater than, equals to, not equals to, double equals to. All these are the symbols for the relational operator. Now the bitwise operator. Bitwise operator complement, left shift, right shift, and or XOR. These are the operators that are used for the bitwise operators. Then the logical operators: logical and, logical or, logical not. The results are in true or in false form. Then the increment decrement operator: plus plus, minus minus are the operators. We use these operators in our programs. Assignment operator. Assignment means to assign a value. By using the assignment operator, we assign a value on the right hand side of an operator to the operand of the left hand side. Let us see an example. A is equal to a plus 1. What does mean? Whatever the value of a, let it be 5. So if 5 plus 1 is 6, so now the value of a is 6. Shorthand operator. Shorthand operator is the same assignment operator, but it is written in this form. A is equal to a plus 1 is written as a plus equals to 1. A is equal to a minus 1 is written as a minus equals to 1. And similarly, multiply, divide, and modulus can be written. Now the conditional operator or a ternary operator is one of the operator which used in the decision making process. The C programming conditional operator returns the statement depends upon the given expression result. Whatever the expression is, suppose x is greater than y. X is greater than y. If it is true, then the statement 1 is executed, and if it is false, then statement 2 is executed. Here it is explained with the help of a diagram. Here is a flow chart how the ternary operator works. Here expression 1, question mark, condition is executed when it is true, then the expression 2 is executed. If the expression 1 is false, then the colon part will get executed, that is expression 3 will be executed. Thank you.